Hello everyone, welcome to the another MixSport Studio update with BJ. Welcome aboard. Okie dokie, so what's on the MixSport show? Well, on your screen, if we got wrap the BBL 15 final series. We're going to share each game and when we finish all the results and how I'm going to share you a little bit about that season. How amazing 15 years is in the making and who won it. We'll share all that. We'll share the usual A-League, the men, women's, all that, all on your screen. And as well, the National Basketball League 26 from the men's and the women's competition. It's the results and previews and the late round here on the BJ Show or MixSport Show update. So, here we are. Now, I could do one or the other. I should do the result first, or should I do the overall? Let's do the overall first. Now, I may not see on your screen the overall, but that's partly what I'm going to be doing. And honestly, it's welcome. And how much do you enjoy? Give us a like, give us a subscribe, how much you enjoyed the Big Bash League and how much it means a lot. And yeah, wow, 15 seasons later, 8 teams, and one team has made the most Big Bash League totals in this competition. This is the team, was the hardest team. As well, the BBL 14 champ, they were up there all season and they lost a bit of confidence. And how much important team that finished 8th last year and finished so close to playing final. A team that made, and well done to all the winners. Well done to the top 4, 9-4. Melbourne Stars, Hobart, Thunder Gaines, Sydney Sixers, and Perth Scorchers. That's from 4th to 1st. And 2 teams, they met twice. And I think a few seasons, LA Strikers have struggled. They haven't had the big crowds. And I tell you what now, and when I went to the New Year's Eve game, man, the crowd is amazing, and especially against Melbourne Stars as well. Fortunately, they were 2 good Melbourne Stars, and why they were so good to play finals. But it's just amazing. The one fact that LA Strikers versus Brisbane Heat, and Brisbane Heat were on front. They had everything to play for finals, and they went short. They got really good stars into the team. They've got 2 Test cricket stars. Now, Alex Carey returned again for the LA Strikers, and fortunately, Travis Head was recovering from ashes, and I have very much respect. And to wrap this up before I get into my previews, I'm honestly really proud. Yes, we don't have our best leg spinner he's been playing since he came to the BBL into Australia, Rashid Khan. What a player from Afghanistan, then played for LA Strikers for a few years. They struggled, and that was it. So be proud, and here is your first game result. So as I mentioned, I'd share the overall in thoughts, and I'm honestly some big showdowns and some big rivals of overall. And yeah, so the results from game 1 to game 4, the final game for BBL 15, and here are your results for game number 1 out of 4. So on your left hand, right, wherever you see it, but it's more common on your left, Perth Scorchers and Sydney Sixers. Now, well done to Perth Scorchers taking this win 917 to 99 all out. Sydney Sixers, low score all tournament. Now, Sydney Sixers had the second chance. Perth Scorchers claimed the BBL 15 hosting the game. Then Matt Mumatu. Now, before we get into that, congratulations to Perth Scorchers, not just hosting the BBL 15, but claiming to making the BBL 15. Good luck. And it's not claiming winning it well, but hosting the final. And go to Perth, known for the stadium, being cricket world, it's Perth Stadium, like Adelaide Oval. It's Adelaide Oval for so long. They never rename it. Optus Stadium sponsor to known for Perth Stadium. So that's to make a bit more clear, and that's why I mentioned all in my. You can understand what I meant of that. So here he is. the second game on our hands. Now, this was the knockout final. We had Hobart, Huntergate, and Melbourne Stars and Hobart. Well done to Hobart. That's it, and it was rain. Fortunately, it was well the plan with the score of 5-1 from 481. So, unfortunately, due to the rain, it was a 10-over series. So, move on to the next game. This was the final that everyone was. I think it was a much better performance. 99 plus minus 2 wickets. So a better performance from Sydney Sixers, 8 for 198. That's more comfortable. Hobart Huntergate all out 141. So Hobart, pretty good effort. Went to Sydney with Sydney hosting this game. And then we came to this. We made it to which team is going to win it. We know Perth Scorchers is in it. We know the other team that Hobart Huntergates are not going to claim back-to-back champs. They're claiming the first time in history in Hobart. But BBL 15 is not Hobart this year, but always next year. You never know what can happen. Hey, Melbourne Renegades could make the BBL 15. Now, has everyone claimed a title? Well, find out another time here. We made it to the BBL 15. Yep, that's right. As the men know, Hobart Huntergates are not playing in BBL 15. So, we have the final match is Perth Scorchers Sydney Sixers. They went head-to-head, a different icon, which will be played at Perth Stadium, 9 for Optus Stadium, as I mentioned before. Who should I go for? Now, may mention this. I'm staying with Perth Scorchers. They're the best team. You go to Perth very hard. Even they don't have Australian batsmen and bowlers, they have paired in and out T20 stars come to that team. And I tell you right now, they are the best team BBL. You go to Perth, it is so hard. So there you have it. We had the final score. Perth Scorchers actually decided to bowl. Oh boy, even unfortunately, you can see on your score, it was a much better performance. 32 plus from Sydney Sixers, but a massive departure that it was a very comfortable win for Perth Scorchers. They knew how good they were. And there you have it. To move it on, congratulations to Perth Scorchers claiming the BBL 15. Oh, and I've got as well winning their 6th title, leading the all-time in Big Bash League history. 6 titles in 15 years. It's just insanable. Congratulations again to Perth Scorchers. All right, on to the next sport here on MixSport Show with BJ. Okay, time to get some Ninja A-League Day. Now, it's sponsor, so we'll give you this in the background. So that's right, we have the Ninja A-League Women's competition here on the Mix Show, as I've been doing. And round 14. So we are on the way to the finals, and I just want to give you a bit of an update, and here are your final scores and massive changes. So here we are. Your results are Brisbane Roar and Canberra United 3-1. Well done to Brisbane Roar. Central Coast Mariners and the Western Sydney Warriors. They were well done to Western Sydney Warriors 2-1 victory. Next game we head to Perth with Perth Glory and Melbourne City. Well done to Melbourne City with a 2-0 victory. Wellington Phoenix and LA United, and well done to Wellington Phoenix with a 3-1 victory. And end this round with Melbourne Victory and Sydney FC with a nil draw, with Newcastle Jets with the week off. On to the next game. Well, we have the previews for round 15. On for match number 1, LA United and Melbourne City. Match number 2, Brisbane Roar, Central Coast Mariners. Game match number 3, Sydney FC and Western Sydney Warriors. Another good rival. That should be a good game to watch. Next game is Canberra United, Melbourne Victory. And as well, 5th and final match, Newcastle Jets and Wellington Phoenix. So with all of that, we'll share that update very, very soon. I do apologise. Those are the 10-13 shutter, but not sharing the that. We're on to the A-League men's. I won't share who I'm going for. I'll do that in more in basketball because I feel like that's more finals coming around the corner. Here we go. We have the Azuki UTE A-League men's competition. Here is your final results. Massive big games there. Farmer bowls 6-2 over Melbourne City. Well done there. Brisbane Roar and LA United. LA United, well done, taking a 2-3 victory there with the 2-all draw in Auckland, hosting the Central Coast Mariners. Newcastle Jets, Wellington Phoenix. Big win for Newcastle Jets, 4-1. Western Sydney Warriors and Perth Glory at the last dime match. Well done to Sydney Warriors. I'm known for Western Sydney Warriors over Perth Glory. And a 4-zip victory to Melbourne victory over Sydney FC. So there you are. Here is your results. Now for previews for the men's round 15 previews. Here are match from 1, Wellington Phoenix, Melbourne City, LA United, my Farmer Bulls. That'll be a really interesting game there. Newcastle Jets and Melbourne Brisbane Roar. Sydney FC and Western Sydney Warriors, a Madagascar rival, as well as the Women's Cup. Brisbane are into Perth Glory and Auckland FC. And final match, Central Coast Mariners and Melbourne Victory. So there are your match round 15 previews. On to the next match. So here we are. We're up to the basketball, the final sport of the update for the National Basketball League and the Women's National Basketball League. We have the Women's National Basketball League WNBL Round 15 results and Round 16 previews. We have the National Basketball League Round 18 results, Round 19 previews, 9 for NBL. So there are you coming up here on the MixSport Update. All right, just driving into Women's National Basketball League WNBL Round 15 results. And here we are, game 1. Well done to Bendigo Spirit, taking a nice win over Southside Melbourne Flyers, 98-88. Next game is Bendigo Spirit. Once again, we're taking on the second time of the round. Southside Melbourne Flyers are taking on 89-72. Wow. Next game, we have the Melbourne Vikings take on LA United. LA United, well done, 85-78. It's been a difficult season, a challenging season, chasing over coaches, and the final game, Townsville Fire and Southside Melbourne Flyers, with the, well done to Townsville with the 78-75 victory. And we have game 6, Sydney Flames and Perth Lynx. Well done, Perth Lynx, 76-57. Game of the round, Bendigo Spirit. Well done over UC Capitals in Canberra, 77-73. Final game, and it's the third time they have played this round. Southside Melbourne Flyers will take on Perth Lynx. That game will be scheduled and shared on the next episode here on the BJ Show. It's known for Mix Show Day. Wow, previews now, here we go. So we have game 1 of Geelong Ringans versus Geelong Bendigo Spirits. Next game will be a challenge for LA Lightning. They will travel to Southside Melbourne Flyers in Melbourne. They'll be against Townsville Fire and UC Capitals. Another against Sydney Flames, UC Capitals. Bendigo Spirit, Perth Lynx, and UC Capitals, Southside Melbourne Flyers, with the final game for the round 16 previews. Okie dokie, we've got the NBL Round 18 result right on your screen. So you can see the sliding. I'm going to do this really, really quick. Okie dokie, and final game coming up on your screen. There we go. So game 1 was Melbourne United and Brisbane Bullets. Well done to Melbourne United, taking a 98-66. Game 2, South East Melbourne Phoenix versus New Zealand Breakers. A high scoring game. 1-2-3. Defeated 1-1-6. Well done to South East Melbourne Phoenix. Game 3. We have Sydney Kings and Tasmanian Jumpers, 106-94. Well done to Sydney Kings. Game number 4, Perth Wildcats and Cairns Taipans. Well done to the mighty Perth Wildcats, 106-69. Big winners there. New Zealand Breakers versus LA 36ers, game mate of the week so far. Well done to LA 36ers, 112-110. Game number 6, South Eastern Melbourne Phoenix versus Cairns Taipans. Well done to South East Melbourne Phoenix, taking a 118-91. Game number 6, Tasmanian Jumpers Eelhawk. Well done to the Eelhawk, 101-91. Game number 7, Sydney Cairns LA 36 go head to head, 106-101. Well done to Sydney Cairns. Game number 8 almost there. Perth Scorchers versus Melbourne United. Game of the round. Well done to Melbourne United with a 74-73 victory. And the final game, game number 9, Brisbane Bullets and the Royal Eel Hawks. Well done to 113 to 75 to the Eel Hawks. There you go, your NBL Round 18 results. Okie dokie, you're seeing all the results for round 18. Now we go to round 19 previews. Here is your game 1 to 9 on your screen. Brisbane Bullets, the LA 36ers, with Perth Scorchers and South Eastern Melbourne Phoenix. We got Sydney Kings and the Eel Hawks, New Zealand Breakers, Melbourne United, Kent Taipans, Tasmanian Jack Jumpers, LA 36ers versus South Eastern Melbourne Phoenix. We have the Eel Hawks and the Perth Scorchers, Tasmanian Jack Jumpers, New Zealand Breakers, and the finish off Kent Taipans and Sydney Kings. So, who do I think should go for game number 1? Adelaide 36 should take West, the South Eastern Melbourne Phoenix. They're your 2 winners there. We have Sydney Kings, Eel Hawks. The Eel Hawks have some back-to-back wins. Can they get back into finals hunt with Tasmania under the hunt? And I'm going for Sydney Kings. Sorry, I got mine mixed up with game 2 and 3 and 4. We have New Zealand Breakers and Melbourne United, where I am going for Sydney Kings. I apologise, that's all correct. We got the New Zealand Breakers, we're complete with Melbourne United. I'm going with Melbourne United. They'll bounce back-to-back wins there. Kent Taipans, Tasmanian Jack Jumpers on the road for Tasmanian Jack Jumpers with the win. Where Adelaide 36ers and South Eastern Melbourne Phoenix, Adelaide 36ers should take that with edge back. And should be a better game. Eel Hawks and the Perth Scorchers. I really like to see Perth Scorchers back on the winning list there with Tasmanian Jack Jumpers and New Zealand Breakers. Head-to-head's going to be a really New Zealand Breakers. Well, they play their best game against the top clash. I think Tasmanian Jack Jumpers will shoot that. And final game, Kent Taipans, Sydney Kings. Give it all Kent Taipans, but Sydney Kings with the win. So there you have it with your NBL Round 19 previews. Can't believe it's almost finals time for NBL 26. Okay, time to wrap it up here on the MixSport Show with BJ on the BJ Show. Did you enjoy it? Would you like to see more episodes like this? Go and do a big fave and go and subscribe and like. Well, great to see you all enjoying watching more exciting videos to come. Time to go now. The BJ Show's out. Bye for now. Cheers.